Okay, so I have a face here, not the one I don't have it attached to the body. I just asked my wife what was the handsome man that I could model, and she said the guy that plays Kronk, which is Patrick Warburton. So here's his face.
Take it, Kronk. Feel the power.
Oh, I could feel it.
A few things that you can do now that you have your model is add hair to it. How would you go about adding hair? It's pretty simple. If you hit Control, you can mask areas. So I have just a standard brush right now. If you hit Control, you can mask. You'll see a black area show up. Let me just do that a little better. So Control, let me maybe make the brush smaller. Control and, you know, kind of delineate the eyebrows here a little better. Oh, whoops, forgot to hit Control there. There you go. Go like that. Maybe a little bit closer to the eye here. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting. There we go. Okay, and if you make mistakes, you can hold Control and Alt, and that will reverse the mask. So you'll be taken away from the mask. So the eyebrows are a little pointier here, so I can take away a little bit. There we go. So we'll say that's good. If you want the line, it's a little soft now. It's a little blurry. If you want to make it sharper, if you hold Control and click on the mask, see, it made it soft. So let me undo that. If you hold Control and hold down Alt at the same time and click on the line between the mask and the unmask area, it'll become sharper. See? You can click it again if you want. We'll say that's good. So we have a mask area, and usually what you would use this for is to sculpt somewhere else and not affect the mask area like I'm doing right there. I did that for the eyes, you know. Remember, we're gonna delete this patch here and put eyeballs on it. But that's usually what you would do it. So I just mask the eye area and use the damp standard to make this line in here. I just had to reverse it. So if you hit B for brush, D for damp standard, there it is, it's S. So usually it will do this, like a crease. I just hold down Alt and make that line. That's how I made the line on the lips and on the eyelids here. Let's undo that bump there. So what we're gonna do with this mask though is something different. We're gonna extract it. So this is how you go about doing clothing and other things. Let me just remove the pictures here. If you look on the side here, we have, let's see, it's called fiber mesh. There it is, fiber mesh. So what you do is you click preview and you'll get a fiber. That's pretty long, obviously. You have different types of fibers here. I guess you could pick a different one, but I think this one's fine, just a regular standard fiber. I guess you could do that instead, maybe. That's too long. Yeah, it's way too long. Anyway, it doesn't have to be this long. Let me just close this. Once you have it how you want it, you can accept it, right? You can open the modifiers here and say how long it is. So length, it says 200. We can make it really short here because it's eyebrow hair. That's still too long, too long, too long. That's getting closer. Maybe if I type here 1, that should probably be good. It's almost like too fuzzy, so it needs less. How many fibers it has. So right now it has 50, I don't know if that's 50,000. We're gonna try here reducing the number of them. Maybe a little more, maybe make the length a little 1.5, maybe. Let's see what that looks like. That's good. We'll say that's good. Now you have brushes that can paint these fibers, so we'll say accept because we're still in preview mode, so that's not saved. We'll say accept and say yes. Now there's the fibers. They look a little funny now. If you were to make it longer, they look more like hair, but we're gonna comb them now. If you hit brush there is brushes here to comb those hair brushes. So let's see. Here's hair toss, length. So with this, we'll make the fibers longer. Spike them, spin knot. You know, there's a few of them in here. You just have to look through them. Let's go with the groom strong and let's see what happens. So we'll try to comb the fibers here and see if it does anything. They might be too short. They might need to be longer. So let me redo that. So I'll go back here until I don't have fibers. So as you see, the fibers are a separate layer here, or a subtool, what's called in ZBrush. So I can select them and just say, I don't like this, they're too short. I'll delete them. Are you sure? Do you want to delete them because you cannot do this? Yes. So there it is. My mask is still there. Another thing you can do if you're scared of messing up your sculpting, and I would recommend this for the hair cap especially. So usually when you're doing hair in 3D, you have a cap that has the hair on it. So you can extract this mask out of that model and make a second layer. So if you look down here, there's an extract mask. And you can make it have 0 thickness, unless you want it to be like a plate or something like that. We'll go 0 or 0.2, and we'll say, we don't need it to be double-sided, we'll just say extract. Now if you look up here, I have to say accept also. You always have to say accept. Now the mask is a second layer, but as you can see, the mask is still mask. I'm on that layer right now, but my eyebrows still mask. So how do you unmask things? You hold down Control and drag outside your model. Now the mask is gone. So now I just have this layer that has only the eyebrows. When you're on a layer, you know, the layer doesn't disappear if you turn off the eye, unless you select another layer. So now the layer's gone. This layer still has the mask on it, so I'm gonna hold Control and drag outside so the mask is gone. Now if I turn on the other layer, I can see my my drawing of the eyebrows. It's not that great. I don't know why it turned out so lumpy, but anyway, we'll go back to that layer and we'll apply the fibers to it. So let me close subtool here and say fiber mesh and say preview. Oh, I think it's the type of fiber I picked that's kind of lumpy. So let's just get the regular fiber. Maybe I do need this one. Oh, let's do this one. Okay, so we'll close the light box. That also looks grainy. I don't know why. Let's go back to the other one. Oops. Lightbox fibers. There's gotta be one in here that looks better. Curly hair. Let's just do back to regular fibers. Close the lightbox. Okay, so we'll do the length a little bit longer than 1.5. I mean, let's see. Modifiers. Where's the length? Right here. Let's do about 3. Let's see what that looks like. That's too short. Am I doing it on the right layer? Yes. Fiber mesh, where did it go? There it is. Fiber mesh. Let's do a little bit longer. Maybe something like that. That will be easier to comb, you know, since your hair on the eyebrows does have some length, so you can actually comb it. We'll do maybe 4. Yeah, right there's probably good. So we can actually comb it. Then we'll say accept. And now, you know, we have something we can work with. So let's go back to our brushes here and grab the comb brush or the groomer. So groom brush, let's just do groom brush 1 and see what happens. This one is working a little bit better. So you can actually comb it here, make it look more like an eyebrow. Okay, so this is how you would go about hair. It's the same thing, you know. You'll zoom out, then mask your hair cap here, and if you want, you can extract it. Let's go back to subtool. So you could mask it. You hold Control, mask it. Oh, I'm in the wrong layer here. There we go. You would mask it. You probably need a bigger brush. You know, mask it, and if you're brave, you can just do it on the same the same layer. If you don't want to risk it, you know, you can extract the mask and then do it on the extracted mask. Now if your model's like this, kind of in a weird angle, if you hold shift when you're turning, you know, it kind of snaps. So if I'm turning here and I hold shift, it's snapping to the side. So you can do, you know, hold control here, maybe make my brush smaller, turn the model a little bit with shift holding so it snaps. Oops, gotta hold control here. And then make my brush smaller. I think I painted the ear, so I can take some off the mask here. And I should probably look at the picture, see how high his forehead is. So I'm gonna hit Shift C. He has a pretty high forehead. So Control, I'm gonna go about like this, maybe smaller brush. Then hold Control and Alt and take away some of the mask. Take away some of it. Ah, gosh, I keep forgetting to hold Control. Control and Alt will take away some of the mask, or Option if you're in a Mac. So now I have like the haircut, and his forehead might be a little taller, but we're not gonna worry about it too much right now. I just want to show you. So again, same thing, we're gonna do fiber mesh. Again, you could extract this if you go subtool and down here it says extract, and you can give it thickness if you want, or double-sided, and click extract and accept, and you'll have a haircut. But if you're feeling brave, don't care too much, I guess you could save a new version and name it hair. So let's go to fiber mesh here. We'll click preview. It's too short and too thin of hair, so we'll open modifier. We'll give it length. That may be actually good, right? That length. You just have to comment now. And then how much hair he has is the max fiber, so we'll add a little bit, so his hair's not thinning so much. There we go. Now all we have to do is start combing the hair. So I already have my groom brush here, so I have to hit accept and say accept yes. There it is. Now I have to comb, you know, just like you comb your hair every day. This is just a little trickier because it's 3D world. Oops. Let's make it zoom out a bit. You know, so you have to comb the hair, give it a nice haircut here too. It's kind of all the same length. You have a groom brush that trims the hair, so it's short. This will start shortening the hair here. You know, and this might take a minute. So this is optional, obviously. Another thing you can do is paint your model. So let me just comb this hair this way. See if I can get it. That's kind of a bad hair day for this guy. Hair, I think, honestly, I think it looks a little better in Maya, but ZBrush does a pretty decent job too. So it's just the trick is to get the groom brush to cooperate with you. Sometimes you have to be looking at it at the right angle. So it's kind of tricky sometimes. I should have symmetry turned on instead of trying to do it like this. Yeah, because again, it's just like the face. You have to look at it from every angle. You know, it's not gonna work if you're looking at it only from the front or only from the side. You have to look at it from every single angle till it looks correct. Let's do the trim, groom, short hair. I think so. There it is. So we'll cut the hair here a little bit. You know, and this, it does take a long time to get it to look right. So that's why this part of the assignment is optional.